Okay, welcome to the Detail Secrets training. I'm Andrew, I'm your host. I want to show you today how to grow your detail business and double sales quickly. So I want to welcome you to the training. If I would have known the information I'm teaching you today, I would have saved myself years of failure, over $50,000 of my own money, hundreds of thousands of dollars of lost earned income, and over a decade of failed business attempts. If someone would have been willing to walk me through it, I would have given anything to save myself from the trial and error that I've been through. Chances are this isn't your first try at growing a detail business. If you failed at this before, go ahead and join the club because we've all been there. Any successful business owner has failed a time or two. So if you feel that you may fail again, you can go ahead and put those fears to rest because I've been through it and I'm here to help. Believe it or not, you can do this. You can have a successful detail business. This training is designed for detailers, but it honestly works for any service business. I find that detailing is less competitive than other businesses like pool cleaning, house cleaning, plumbing, personal training, things like that. If you've been told you need an elaborate website that explains everything you do, you don't. Most customers are on your site less than a minute. They see the service they're looking for and they book. The first website I had took me 6 months to finish and converted less than the one that was made for me in a matter of hours. If you've been told you need an SEO website, SEO is king and that's the only way to get new clients. It could actually take you months or years to rank and not work long term. Search engines change their algorithms on a regular basis and you could go from being the top performing SEO website to one of the worst in a matter of a week or a day or a month. So if you've also been told that you need to only focus on word of mouth, that's the only real way to grow a detail business. Although it helps, you don't need to solely grow your business by word of mouth, or you'll be out of business fast. Your message will only spread so far. Who is this training for? Any detailer who is willing to push themselves to get to the next level. This training is for action takers. If you aren't willing to take action and experience what I teach, and I guarantee you won't succeed. Detailers that want to make more money and create more impact. This training is for detail business owners that are working way too hard and not making enough money, which is most of us. This training is for detailers who are struggling to get their business off the ground and keep a consistent amount of clients. So there's a warning for this. Most people who watch this training actually make nothing. There's a reason for that. It's because they don't take action. It's because they aren't willing to learn from other people's mistakes. Who this training is not for? Anyone who thinks they can do this without a lot of hard work. This is not a get rich quick. It's an accelerator to save you time getting to the next level. This is not for detailers who are not looking for a way to make more money. If you're making the amount of money that you want to be making and you're not looking for a way to make more, then this is not for you. This is not for skeptical detailers who don't believe in change. If you don't want to take your life and business to the next level, stop now and continue your life without this training. Who am I? My name's Andrew Sterk, and I started my first detail job about 17 years ago. I've always had a job to help me pay my bills, invest in my businesses, go to school. I'm actually a college dropout. Although I went to school for 8 years, I never did graduate. I struggled building businesses over the years, but I never really gave up. I started lawn mowing businesses. I had a handyman business. I had a business I started that I sold draft beer products. I always fell back on detailing for money when needed. And I finally gave in and started a detailing business because it was what I knew best. Within 6 months of doing that, I was able to quit my job, something I've never been able to do with any of my other businesses. I started a mobile business out of my home. I grew over time. I found a shop. I had 2 mobile vehicles going. I was finally my own boss and living the life I dreamed of. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to have my own successful business. So I was really glad that I could get to that point. My dreams had finally come true. Being able to work on high-end cars that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars was just something that I didn't think I'd ever get to. I had replaced my income. I was getting by. I was making enough to pay my bills, but not growing like I had hoped. The goal of this and to open my own business is to grow my income, not replace it. It was nice being my own boss and all, but I just wasn't where I hoped I'd be. I felt kind of like a failure for only replacing my income So I went through some tough times of personal development and really struggled to try and get to that next level. Uh, to some, it may sound like a dream to be your own boss and to, replace your income. To me, I compared it to my other failures. All I had done was replace my previous job with one that I was the owner, I was the boss, and I was the manager. I got tired of the one thing I actually enjoyed, which was detailing for money. I was willing to do anything to make more money and grow my business. I was just ready for a change. I started to wonder, how do all of these businesses around me stay in business? How do they not get completely burnt out? Family planning business has been around for 30 years and passed down to the next generation. How do they keep strong? How have they not gone out of business after all this time? An auto shop that I worked at in high school is still booming after 20 years. I just wonder how these businesses keep doing it without getting completely burned out. Take a look around you and see what kind of businesses in your area are, just going strong, and do a little study and see what they're doing and what's making them successful. I started to wonder how many places are in business and how do they succeed year after year. I started to wonder, what could I do to get to where those businesses are? So I started asking around to these business owners. I started asking the successful clients I had about their businesses. I studied what they had done, what has worked, what hasn't worked, how they stay alive through economic downturn, who has helped them through the best of times and through the worst. I started asking questions and I learned the answers. I dug deep so I didn't get a bunch of "it's not a sprint, it's a marathon" answers. And I got the real actual key to what it is that they do different. I finally learned how to generate nonstop clients. On tap, whenever I was slow, I could turn on the faucet. I finally found out how to generate business consistently, and it changed my life. This is accumulation of all my failures to create success. One of the biggest changes I made was utilizing proper business techniques, spending time properly marketing and to make more sales. And I want to share this with you today. So here's what I want to teach you today. I want to teach you a couple ways to keep your detail business busy. I want to teach you how to generate leads without having to worry about competition, how to make more money than a seasoned detailer next to you in your area. And I want you to get on a call with me so I can genuinely help you with your detail needs. The basics is I just want you to be able to make more money detailing. How's that sound? Today, right now, you will learn how to acquire new high-paying clients, how to turn one client into multiple clients, how to transform the clients you have into money-making machines, how to rise above your competitors and never have to worry about competing with them again, and also how one phone call with me can change the course of your life. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right into the training. The problem most detailers have, and I'm definitely guilty of this, is spending all their time figuring out the best equipment to use, wasting all their money on testing different products to find the right one. The detailing and car wash suppliers are competing in a $10 billion a year industry. That's a billion with a B. So every equipment and chemical supplier is trying to get their hands in that. But what if I told you that no one cares about what equipment or chemicals you use? After detailing thousands of cars, I rarely have a client ask me what products I use, maybe 1%. That's only 1 in every 100 people. There are too many products to spend your life worrying about which one is best. No one else will say this because they're all being paid to sell a certain product. If you don't believe me, just do some research on some of the top people out there. You'll find that they're being paid by certain companies to promote certain products. I want you to stop worrying about the products and start focusing on the sales of your services. I want you to stop for a second and think about this. If you would have spent as much time learning how to get more sales as you have about products, what would the difference in your sales be? How much higher would your sales be? When I first started my detail business, I spent a ton of money on products I thought I needed. Most of them I never used. Some of them I found ways to use them over time, even though I had better options available. But now I can fit everything I need to do a few $1,000s in sales in the trunk of my car. So what is the solution? One of the most important things is to stop focusing on the products. Start focusing on the process. Detailers have been making money for decades without using the latest products and coatings. It's time to start focusing on your clients. Start focusing on your business practices. Spend your time getting and keeping clients that matter and pay you for your vacations. pay you for your bills, pay you for your mortgage. This works if you're a beginner or an expert. If you're just starting out, you're probably wondering what products to use, how many gallons of X chemical I need, what kind of extractor, what kind of pressure washer I need, and the list goes on and on and on. If you've been in business for a couple of years, you're probably trying to figure out either how to get more clients, how to make more money, how to scale your business or hire people, how to afford a nice shop, and the list goes on and on and on. If you've been in business for a long time, you already have your products locked in. You know what you like to use. You have a tried and true process. You're trying to figure out how to make money for retirement. Even if you're a master detailer and your business is booming, you can still grow your business and make more money than you're making now without opening another shop or hiring more people. Okay, here we go. So if you had a machine and you put in $30 and it gave you a $300 detail job, would you use it? What if you put in $60 and it gave you two $300 detail jobs? Then would you use it? Would you spend $30 to $60 to make $300 to $600? What if you put in $300 and you got $3,000 worth of detail jobs? Then would you start using it? One day, I had a cancellation. I put less than $10 into my machine. Not only did it get me a client, it got me a high-end client. This client not only spent $500 on the detail for his vehicle that day, but he wanted me to do his other car. Then he wanted both cars done once a month. This is a yearly total of around $2,000 just for that one client. Now, this is a little bit of an extreme example, but just think of the ways that you could use a little money to make a lot more money. So how did I get that? It's called advertising. Advertising is where it starts. If nobody knows you're providing a service, you won't have any clients. There's some free advertising like word of mouth, friends, family, door to door. There's online advertising. There's paid and free advertising online like Facebook, Instagram, OfferUp, Nextdoor, Craigslist, Twitter, and that list goes on and on and on. And there's expensive paid advertising like TV, newspapers, magazines, things like that. So I'm going to show you how to acquire new high-paying clients. You can run targeted ads to people that have and are willing to spend money with you. All new online ad platforms like social media and paid search like Google, Facebook, Instagram can target people that make a certain amount of money, live in a certain area, and have certain interests. Do you know how to run targeted ads to people with money? It's not as difficult as you may think, but it can be costly if you do it wrong. Make sure you are targeting your ideal client, not throwing a net out and just boosting posts and paying Google to run ads for you when you don't know who your target audience is. So here's a little fact I like to share with detailers that think that they don't have enough clients in their area or the competition is too high. So there's 270 million vehicles registered in the US, and there's 64,000 registered detailing businesses. That includes all car washes and mobile detailers and everything. You really only need around 50 clients per year to make a $90,000 mark, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's say half of those people either go through the drive-through car washes or don't wash their car or wash their car themselves. So there's 135 million cars divided by 64,000 businesses. That's 2,109 cars per business to service one time. So if you don't think there's enough work, there is. There's plenty of work for detailers. So start advertising now. It doesn't have to be paid, but people need to know that you're out there detailing. Remember, if you had a machine that you put in $60, $30, $100, $300, and you got exponential growth and sales out of it, how much would you put into that machine? How much would you pay for a machine like that? You spend $800 on an extractor, $400 on a polisher. You probably have 2 or 3 polishers. How much would you pay for a machine that actually generated clients whenever you wanted? Okay, so now you started advertising and now you have a client. Now what do? Well, most detailers will service that client and go back to advertising. That's how they got their first client. It worked well the first time. Let's do it again and get another client. Well, that's not necessarily the right thing to do. Let's turn that client into multiple clients. This is where the marketing comes in. Okay, how to turn one client into multiple. Okay, you've done some advertising. Now you have at least one client. What do you do next? How do you keep making money? Their car's clean now. How am I supposed to sell to them? Right now is the time to start marketing. To keep making money from that one client, start with them. Do you love the way your car looks? Do you have any other cars in your family you may need detailed? Okay, can I text you my business card just in case you or someone you know needs my services? Go ahead and go around to the neighbors. I'm sure they've seen you out the windows, or maybe they've been out and seen you working on their neighbor's car. They're probably wondering how they booked that service. Go ahead and drop a letter on each neighbor's doorstep. Just something simple. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you're kind of, they know who you are. They've seen you working on their neighbor's car. They know and trust their neighbors, and now they know and trust you. So if you drop a letter on each neighbor's doorstep saying something like, hello, you may have seen me working on your neighbor's car. I'm in the white van with the, Andrew's detail sticker on the side. I'm currently offering a special in your area for a free clay service with any detail package if you book before the end of the month. My services are listed below. Please shoot me a text or give me a call if you need any detail services. Thanks. So this is a big part of marketing. People will see you if you're out mobile and you're in a neighborhood. People are going to drive by and wonder who you are and wonder how to get your services for them. So how to transform the clients you have into money-making machines. Keep marketing using some or all of these strategies. So the next day after you finish the detail for that one client, send them a text checking in. Hey, it's Andrew from Andrew's Mobile Detailing. I am just checking in to make sure you're still happy with your detail. Thanks for your business and have a great day. You're not selling to them. You're not pushing anything on them. You're just making sure they're happy with their detail. They're going to think that you're the nicest detailer they have ever met because you actually followed up with them. The point of marketing is not to push a sale on them. The whole idea is to stay in front of them so the next time they need your services, they remember you and don't just Google detailer near me. Oh, I know a detailer. He just texted me the other day. Here's his number. Or, oh, I saw a pamphlet on my doorstep when that detailer was across the street. Here's his number. After 1 week, send that customer a text, an email, or a letter. Hey, and it's Andrew from Andrew's Mobile Detail. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I have a monthly detail program. I can save you a little bit of money and keep your car looking great all year round. Let me know if you might be interested, and I'll send you some more information. Thanks. Just something simple, something quick that they will actually read. If you send something that's longer than just a sentence or two, or a big long email or a big long text message, they're probably not going to read the whole thing. So just kind of be short and sweet and to the point with it. After 2 weeks, go ahead and send them an email thanking them for their business. You don't have to try and sell every time. Then ask them for a quick review or a link to your Google or Yelp or something like that. Like I said, don't really push a sale on them. Just say thank you and kind of stay in front of them. Then after that, you can kind of keep going every couple of weeks or once a month and just kind of choose one thing to do so they remember to call you when they need a detail. It may be a letter, an email, a text message, a voicemail, a call, just letting them know you're still in the area. Offer a deal or a discount or a referral deal, whatever you're in the mood for. Just stay in front of them. Holidays. Use any holiday as an excuse to offer them a deal or a discount. You choose the offer. You choose the way you want to broadcast it. Just stay in front of people. Do this with all of your clients, past and present, because it really does work and it really will change your detail business. And these things are either free or really, really cheap to incorporate into your business. Are you starting to see how this works? When your customers remember you, they always refer you, they always use you, and they always pay you. The lifetime income from one client is worth so much more than what they pay you for a detail. All right, here we go. How to turn one client into $1,800 a year. If you follow the systems I showed you, each new client will easily make you around $1,800 per year. Now that $30 to $60 you spent is going to make you way more than $300 to $600. How much would you pay to make $1,800? Is paying for ads still too expensive? How many times would you need to use that system to make your goal income? You probably need less than 50 new clients per year. When you use marketing properly, you only need one client per week. Doesn't that sound better than getting new clients for every single job that you do? Use a marketing system. By staying in front of new clients, they will help you generate more income. As an example, you pay Facebook, Google, Nextdoor, Twitter, Instagram for a client. Let's say that client pays you $300 for a detail. Then 2 months later, you do his wife's car. There's another $300, right? You didn't pay for ads to do his wife's car. Then you get a call from his neighbor that noticed you out front and saw your flyer. That's another $300. Then the first client buys a new car and needs a coating. There you go. So if you start thinking this way and start using the marketing systems, one client can actually generate you a lot more income. The lifetime value of a client. He knows who to call because you have been staying in front of him. So now within a year, you've sold around $1,800 to him and his friends and family. You need to understand the lifetime value of a client. If you paid for advertising and didn't keep marketing to him, chances are the next time he needs a detail, he will just Google it and find someone else. Since you stayed in front of him, offering your services, he knows to call you. What type of client do you want? With Google Ads, you can pick your favorite client. With Facebook, you can get even more specific. Personally, my ideal client is male, over 35, makes over $100,000 a year, is a small business owner, and lives within 15 miles of my shop. But you may have a different client. There are different types of clients. I prefer the easy money clients, but you need to know your ideal client is. There's hard clients, there's harder clients, and there's the hardest clients. So the hard clients are, I don't like to say that they're easy clients because I think every detail business owner knows that it's not super easy to find work right away. So the hard clients are the office buildings, the soccer moms, retired people. A little bit harder would be the residential upscale neighborhoods, a little more expensive cars, usually in gated communities. And then obviously the hardest clients are the ceramic coating, the paint correction, the clear bra, the PPF, things like that. So the hard clients, you can run a Google ad, Facebook ad, contact your property manager, offer basic detail services below $300, schedule them, service them, get paid. A little bit harder clients, you can target the upscale clients. You can give a quote, sometimes in person, sometimes over the phone. You can get credentials and permits to make sure you can get into the gates, to make sure the HOA, you're following all the proper rules and regulations. And then you schedule the service, you perform the service, and you get paid. Then there's the hardest client. You target your ads for people that are interested in paint corrections and ceramic coatings. You schedule a quote, you wash the car, you educate the client on the coatings and their options. You do a test spot, you book a service, the service takes longer, but you get paid more money. So you got to choose your ideal client and advertise to them. People that are into corrections and coatings have friends that have similar interests in similar vehicles. People that live in gated communities and drive high-end vehicles hang out with other people with similar cars in similar communities. People in office buildings talk to colleagues about everything new in their life. If you're their new detailer, they will tell their friends about you, especially if you're in the parking lot washing their car while they're at work. You choose the direction of your business and your clients. Okay, so this is how you rise above your competitors and stop competing with other detailers. You'll need to shift your mindset a little bit to implement this. Compounding is a great way to rise above your competitors and increase income. And I'm not talking about the compound you use on paint. So let's say week one or month one or however long the duration is between this time, whether you start off 1 week and start the next week, or maybe you do it as a monthly. Let's say your weekly ad spend is $250. Let's say at $25 per lead, which is actually really high. You can usually find leads for much lower than that. You get 10 leads. So for those 10 leads, let's say you get one in every 3 leads that call you, you actually book the service. The other 2 were price shopping or for some reason not your client. So now you have 3 scheduled clients. So the average sale per detail, let's say, is around $250. Some will be a little more, some will be a little less, but let's go ahead and put average sales $250. Now at the end of this week, your total sales are $750 from that $250 that you spent in the beginning of the week for your ads. Now what do? If you spent $250 in ads and that made you $750 in sales, what do you do next? What do you do the week after? If you think you should spend the $250 again, let's see what will happen when you do that. If you spend $250 for week 2, you spend $250, you get 10 leads, you get 1 in 3 closed, so you have 3 clients scheduled. Your average detail is around $250, and so your total sales are $750. Now what do? If you spent $250 in ads and that made you $750 in sales, what would you do the next week? If you think you should spend $250 again this week, you're wrong. If you said spend the $250 again is the right thing to do, then your business is not growing because of your mindset. To keep your business at the same level, keep spending $250 every week. But to actually grow your business, you need to change that mindset. Now let's see what happens if you keep the $250. Pay back your credit card or give the money to whoever you loaned it to. Now you take the $500 that you made. That's $500 that you didn't have before you ran the ad, right? So week 2, you invest all of your profits. Your weekly ad spend goes up to $500. Now you have 20 leads. Let's say you get 1 in every 3 clients, or around 30% of the leads. Now you have 6 scheduled clients. Now your average sale per detail is still $250. But your total sales for the week are $1,500. Do you see the trend that's starting here? Now let's see what happens if you do that again. Use the $500 to pay your bills, buy chemicals, whatever. Now take the $1,000 that you made. That's $1,000 you didn't have before you started. In week 3, invest all of your profits. So your weekly ad spend is $1,000 for week 3. Now you got 40 leads. Let's say you get 1 in every 3 still. That's 30%. Your scheduled clients goes up to 12, and your average sale of the detail stays the same at $250. Now your total sales for the week are $3,000. Okay, let's keep this trend going. Now let's see what happens if you try that once more. Use the $1,000 you made for bills, equipment, gas, whatever you need. Now take the $2,000 you made. That's $2,000 you didn't have before you started running ads. Week 4, invest all of your profits. So this week, your weekly ad spend is going to be $2,000. That's 80 leads. You get 1 in every 3. It's 30%. Your scheduled clients is 24. Your average sales still stays the same at $250. Now your total sales are $4,000 for the week. How's your mindset now? Are you still with me? Let's say instead of going by the weeks, you spread it out over months. Let's say you do month 1, month 2, month 3. So the first month you spend $250 on ads, you make $750 off of that. The second month, your total investment in ads is $500 to get the total sales of $1,500. Keep the $500. Month 3, your total investment in ads is $1,000 to get $3,000 in sales, and you keep the $1,000. Month 4, your total investment in ads is $2,000 to get the sales of $6,000. So let's say in 4 weeks, or you spread it out over 8 weeks, or you even go as far as to spread it out over 4 months, or however long you want to space this out, you've made a total of $7,750 on an original investment of $250. But I want to warn you, if you're planning on using this strategy on your own, be careful. Some people think, oh, well, I have $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to spend right now. Maybe I can just spend that on ads. I'll make $10,000. If I start with more ad spend, I'll grow even faster. But you have to be careful. If you don't implement this strategy properly, you could lose your investment. You need to know your market. Okay, so when do you think you should apply what you've learned today? Maybe right now, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next month I'll try it out. If you remember in the beginning, I said this training is for action takers. Are you an action taker? Statistically, you will only remember 50 to 60% of what you have learned today in 2 weeks, and a much smaller percent in about a month. After that, you've pretty much forgotten all of what I've taught you. Now, what's the reason you're watching this today? For ways to boost your sales, to grow your detail business, to look for ways to take your detail business to the next level, possibly? No, it's for change. It's because you're looking for some kind of change with your business. Because you want to change the course of your detail business. Because you want to change the course of your life. Now, I promise to teach you ways to keep your detail business busy, how to generate leads without having to worry about competition, how to grow your business without spending 10 plus years growing. Now I want to talk to you about how you can get on a free call with me to see if there's any way I can help you out. The one phone call with me can actually change the course of your life. As I mentioned earlier in this training, my goal was to have a phone call with you. I want to know if there's any way I can help you grow your business and make you more money. I would like to offer you a free 1-hour call to discuss what things may help you increase sales in your specific business. Yes, I do sell services and courses, but that's not the point of the call. The call is to get to know your business and help you as much as I can. After we get to know each other a little bit, we can see if it would be a good fit to work together or not. It's that simple. I don't work with everyone. I only work with people I truly believe are willing to put the work in to change the course of their lives and their business. But you have the opportunity to talk to me for an hour and see whether we decide to work together or not. Now you have some decisions to make. Should you schedule a free call? Should you go and try and figure this out on your own? I just gave you the game plan on how to rapidly grow your detail business. Should you forget about this? Don't change anything with your business or life? The decision is up to you. What you decide to do doesn't affect me at all. If you schedule a call today, it could change the course of your business. Changing the course of your business can change the course of your life. It's going to make an impact on you, and it's going to change everything for you. If you'd like to schedule a call, apply now and click the button below to apply or schedule a call. Are you going to make the right decision today? Many people that watch this training either do nothing or try to implement this on their own, which is fine and probably what I would do. But I have learned that getting help from people that have been there before is the best way to accelerate my business. Now, what do you do next? Go on Google, YouTube, Facebook, search more information on how to implement this. I get it. I've done it before. What happens is you go down the wormhole or the rabbit hole or whatever hole you go down and get the information overload. Now you're overwhelmed, you give up, and you completely forget about this training. A month or two from now, you're in the same place and your business hasn't grown at all. Or you could book a free call with me and change that. Let me ask you a few questions. If you don't know what you're doing, why would you want to try this on your own? It's the same thing you tell clients that you are servicing. If you don't know how to ceramic coat your car, then why are you trying to do it on your own? To save money? Well, it's actually going to cost you a lot more to fix your high spots when you're finished than just to hire me in the first place. If you don't know how to restore your headlights, then why are you trying to do it on your own? If you accidentally use the wrong process, you'll have to buy new headlights, which would be much more expensive than having me do it. Think about this in your own business. Think about the way you talk to your customers about your own business. Wouldn't it be better to have a professional handle that? Wouldn't it be better to learn from someone that knows how to do it successfully? If you don't know the proper way to run ads, why are you trying to do it without proper training? If you know so much about advertising, then why are you watching this training? Because you're looking for change and for a way to grow your income. Get on a call with me and see if I can help you do just that. Why haven't you found someone to help you? If the reason is you can't afford it, shouldn't this be more reason you need help? Aren't you tired of not being able to afford to do things? Let's change all that. I've been in your position before. If you'd like someone to help, apply for a call now. What is the reason people lack money? Is it a lack of knowledge, possibly? Is it a lack of experience? If you had a way to multiply your money, would you use it? Let's talk money for a minute. A lot of people think money is evil. Now you're going to ask for money from your clients, right? If we decide to work together, I'll end up asking you for money too. Money's just a tool for exchange. It's going to make an impact on you. It's going to change everything for you. Do you have disposable income? An example I like to use is the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich people buy assets. Poor people buy disposable things. Assets make you money. Dinner and drinks tonight cost you $100 and it's gone. Candy, soda, alcohol, cigarettes, restaurants, movie tickets, it's all disposable income. What I'm asking you today is to take some of your disposable income that you're going to spend anyway, and instead spend it on something that is going to make you richer, something that will bring you back more money, and be like the rich people in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What do you see value in? Some people only see value in physical things, like cars, TVs, computers, machine polishers, power washers, steamers, extractors. Some people only invest in physical assets for their business. What about investing in something that will make you more money? What about investing in something that will bring you more clients? Your business is only worth your client list. Anyone can go buy tools, equipment, cars, trucks, vans. Your cars, computers, phones, polishers, steamers are now used and worth less than what you paid for them. But your client list, your proof of income, the lifetime value of each client is where your business holds its value, not the physical things. Detailers see no value in spending money on ads. For some reason, detailers will spend $400 on a polisher and spend countless hours researching which one is best before they even consider spending money on an asset like the lifetime value of a client. Yet they want to sell their service to other people. They think that getting clients for free is the only way to go. Word of mouth. Do you see anything wrong with this? Good. This means that you must be changing your mindset. Little quote from Elon Musk. I could either watch it happen or be part of it. Now you have a choice. You could either watch it happen or be part of it. Right here, right now, today, choose your direction. Old habits or change.